Christmas in July video earlier, but I needed to make a project, so I thought, well, I'll just do it live on YouTube. I'm not on Facebook, so you guys are special. I'm actually going to start it up after I get this all set. I will start up the video to tape it and then do a Reels and TikTok. So if you haven't checked me out over there, go ahead. It's Prairie Scraps. Prairie Scraps Chalkin on Facebook. And I think it's on my, I'm Dory Stoll, so I think it's actually on that tape. But what I'm doing is I'm using one of our ink mats, and I'll put this down so you can see, and you'll have to look at my ugly mug. But I'm using one of our mats. It is a sticky mat, and unfortunately last time my daughter used it for her 4-H project, she did not wipe it off afterwards and left the ink on it. So now it looks like it has ink on it probably permanently. And not only that, but it feels, you know, it doesn't feel very sticky, but it is sticky. So it is sticking to this. And what I like to do is I like to lay out my t-shirt, put that mat in there. You want something, even if you don't have the ink mat, you do want something in between, because like a piece of cardboard would work. The reason why is it will sink through to the other level, to the back of the t-shirt. So I'm going to be using this great transfer that we got at ChalkCon. ChalkCon is our convention for Chalk Couture, and if you're interested in joining a great fellowship of kind of a sisterhood, but we do have men that do Chalk Couture that use our reusable screen transfers. That's where I got this. It says I haven't been everywhere, but it's on my list. And Susan Songtag is the person. I kind of like this, so I thought it would make a great t-shirt. I thought that's what I would do today. So, and I've got a V-neck, so I think I'm going to go pretty close to the V-neck, because I'm thinking V-neck probably goes to here anyway. So I want to center it on there. So this is a brand new transfer, and usually if you were using a transfer the first time, because they're sticky backed, depending on what you're using on, you want to fuzz it. But because we're putting on t-shirts, I don't need to fuzz it. It's kind of the fuzzing part of it. So we're going to get this set on here. And I was thinking, see, this is sticky, and even though this looks white, there is actually fabric in there. So this is a reusable transfer. You can use it 6 to 8 times, the company says. If you take really good care of it, trust me, you can use it a long, long time. So I usually use, like, when I do t-shirts, I get one of those Amazon measure things, and it measures, but I usually eyeball. It just helps me get it on the neckline, so it's not right up in the wrong place. So I'm just trying to, the nice thing about our transfers is they're already pre-done. They're already like put on, they're centered and everything like that. So you don't even have to worry about it. And like I said, I kind of eyeball it to see if it gets in the right place. It's a t-shirt. I got this t-shirt at Walmart. It was on special. I think all their t-shirts this year were exceptionally cheap. They were like $3 a piece, I think. So I just went ahead and got a t-shirt. Couple of t-shirts in colors that I liked, and I did size it up a little. I'm usually a large. This is an extra large, but I thought it was kind of more fitted, so that's why I did it. I'm changing my mind. I'm going up a little bit. So we're going to be using our Chalkology Chalk Couture ink. I don't know if you can see that. This is Tide. I thought that was a really pretty color, and I'm just going to do the whole thing in that color. So we're not going to do anything super hard or difficult. We're just going to do a one-tone color. I like this color. I'm so excited. I need clothes. Some of my clothes are getting pretty worn out. And for $3, who doesn't love that? So I think I'm going to turn this around so I do it this way so you guys can see. And let me see if we're in here. T-shirt. Sorry, I want to get this. I'm working with a new stand, so this may not. I think we've got it in the place we want it. I just want it kind of centered. Oh, is this crooked? There we go. All right, so now you'll be able to see the words and everything. And like I was saying, earlier on my last live, I was saying I don't know what happened to my small size squeegee, but I was gonna try to find a new one, but it looks like maybe I don't have a new one. It is gonna be a scorcher today. What's the weather like by you? I guess we're just using a mini today because I cannot find any of my, I feel so disoriented sometimes, but or disorganized would be the word, not disoriented. This is actually one of my smalls that I originally had. I've had this one for like 4 years. I cut a third of it off, so I had one. See, this kind of saves a little bit of money. I cut a third of it off so I could use this for small places and then this for the bigger places. So that's what I'm going to use, I guess. The one I cut down, I don't know what happened. I thought I had some smalls, but I guess not. All right. I think we are ready to get started. Sorry. This looks very awkward, doesn't it? Oh, I need video too. Am I on video? That's photo. Okay. I think that's video. I think we're in there. We're gonna give this a go. All right, there we go. Okay. Oh, I should have stopped. Stop. I gotta get this open because this is a brand new ink. I just got it. Every time I went to order, it wasn't in, and then felt like I had a lot of inks. So all of a sudden, my inks have been kind of running out. So I kind of restocked a little bit, and it happened to be there. This is the scariest part right here. It's like on this little lid here. You see that? In travel. I'm glad they seal it though, because it needs to be sealed for sure. Just trying to put it back in without getting anywhere else. All right, that's going in the garbage before we make a mess. And then I'm going to check my fingers before we go any further. Because I'm just going to make sure this is down. You don't want to have it loose at all. You want to have it really down. The nice thing about the ink is it seems to be very forgiving, although you don't want to like go off. So, all right, we'll try that again. Here we go. So we're going to just take some up on our squeegee and go ahead and squeegee it on just like butter. Easy peasy. It doesn't really matter what area you go, or you know what order. You don't have to go fast. Chalk paste, if it dries in the transfer, it will go ahead and dry up in it. I'm going to move down a little bit. I'm like, it will dry up in the transfer, and then when you pull the transfer up, the chalk paste can smear. But that's not the case with ink. Actually, ink sometimes will like sink in more than you want it to, and so it'll look kind of it will look like there's not a whole lot there. But kind of excited about this one. This is like an exclusive. You can only get it as a designer, so it's a great reason to be a designer, is to get all this stuff. We get special transfers sometimes, and we get, you know, special gifts and whatnot. They put out special products just for designers. We also get everything in advance, so it only costs $9.99 to become a designer right now. So if you're interested in that, just go ahead and put a link down there, and I'll get you a link for that. You can actually go on my website link. It says if you want all these items for this project, you can shop on my website. You can actually go on there, and there's a little drop down that says become a designer. I'm just going to show you how quickly this goes. This is really super fast. And I just want to check and make sure I got all the places. You don't want to That's the nice thing about this. Smooth it off, take off anything extra, put it back in the bin. This is so economical. Like seriously, this bin of ink will last you a long time. Unless you're like me and just seem to be using ink a lot. My daughter's been doing bleaching on like flannel shirts and then inking them. I think that's good. I'm just looking. It has very little smell. It's non-toxic. And it will wash right out of this transfer with just water. So like no chemicals. If you've ever used inks before, you know that it's kind of like, it can be pretty toxic. Ink can. All right, so we're just going to set this aside very carefully. And then before we go ahead with the next step, we're going to check our fingers. See that? We're going to make sure we don't have any on our fingers because that will get on the edge of the shirt. We've learned our lesson the hard way. Okay, so I'm going to peel this a little bit from the corner, but then I'm going to go to the middle. You don't want to pull. You want to peel this way or that way and not corner to corner. So we're just going to take our time because we can set it back down. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. My daughter did a t-shirt the other day for her 4-H project to do a demonstration, and she forgot a couple of letters on like and. She forgot the A on and. So it was kind of funny, but she was supposed to go back and do it, but she was so excited to wear the t-shirt, she just went and wore it. This is so fun for kids to, that was my 15-year-old. So it's so fun for kids to do. Like they can make and design their own t-shirts. All right. Oh my goodness, that turned out so good. That was amazing. All right, we are going to shut this off. But isn't that amazing? Look at that, you guys. Look at how nice that looks. And I could make this t-shirt over and over and over. I can make t-shirts for the whole family. We could do some family vacation t-shirts. Now, it does go through on this mat, and the mat, you do want to go ahead and wash off, and get this off the mat. You don't want to leave the t-shirt on the mat super long because it does dry up that stickiness. So I'm just going to take this out of there very carefully, and you can see, look at the teal on there. That's from this t-shirt, so we'll wash that off, but I don't want to like cross over and get this inked up on each other. So I'll leave this flat to dry for 24 hours, and then I'll go ahead and take a hot iron with a piece of parchment paper over it and heat set it. You could also use one of those heat set tools, but iron works just fine. No fancy tools needed, but super, super easy to make a t-shirt. It's a $3 t-shirt. It really is inexpensive, especially if you're doing, you know, t-shirts for the whole family. I love doing them for family vacations. So much fun. And thank you so much for joining me. Like I said, I just kind of came on to get a little extra project done. And I hope you liked it, and keep on crafting.